After a disastrous impeachment vote, the quote-unquote Republican Mike Gallagher has just announced he will not seek re-election for the House of Representatives. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video today. It is time to talk about the chaos that is unfolding in the House of Representatives because everyone, we have yet another retirement on the Republican side. And this one is kind of a surprise. Congressman Mike Gallagher, yes, the same bozo that voted against impeaching Mayorkas, has just announced he will not seek re-election. And all I can say as a Wisconsinite is good riddance. This guy is absolutely trash. I mean, he's not as bad as, say, Don Bacon or someone else like that, but when you look at his voting record in a Trump plus 15 seat, yeah, this is a Trump plus 15. His record is at best mediocre, which is absolutely terrible for a Republican seat like his. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Now let's get right into it because finally, Mike Gallagher, who I consider to be one of the most overrated congressmen in the House, and not only that, one of the most underratedly bad congressmen. Now, again, I'm not saying he's like Don Bacon or whatever, but when you just look at the context of his seat, his actual voting record, look at any scorecard, ACU, Numbers USA, any of them, the major ones, it's mediocre. The fact that this guy represents a Trump plus 15 seat is absolutely pathetic, but let's get into it. Wisconsin Congressman Mike Gallagher, who made news earlier this week with his vote against impeaching Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas, announced on Saturday that he won't run for re-election this year. Good. I mean, the backlash was that bad. I mean, and these idiots on Twitter are saying, well, we forced him out, blah, blah, blah. No. He forced himself out by screwing over his own voters by voting against impeaching Mayorkas. I mean, that's what it came down to. At some point, if you're going to screw over your voters, at some point, enough is enough. They're going to say, no, you promised accountability, and you're voting against Mayorkas? The framers intended citizens to serve in Congress for a season and then return to their private lives. Electoral politics was never supposed to be a career, and trust me, Congress is no place to grow old. And so, with a heavy heart, I've decided not to run for re-election, Gallagher said in a statement. AKA, he did not want to get primaried out, because that was happening. I know there were many county GOPs in his district that were in open rebellion. They were like, hey, you lied. You said you were going to hold these people accountable. You vote against impeaching the guy that's causing a lot of the mess on the border? And then he said stuff about Trump and how, oh, we cannot support Trump. We need to stop him. It's like, dude, you represent a Trump plus 15 seat that's trending Republican. What did you expect was going to happen that, oh, no one would say anything? The Milwaukee Journey-Sentinel, which was one of the first outlets to report the news of Gallagher's retirement from the House, alongside the Wall Street Journal, reported Saturday that the congressman said his future work will be in line with his national security goals and focus in defense policy. So, yeah, the defense industry. He already has a job. That should make some people really wonder, hey, you already have a new gig lined up after you voted against impeaching Mayorkas? That's fascinating. I'm sure there wasn't any corruption, but who knows? Gallagher on Tuesday was one of 3 House Republicans who voted against impeaching Mayorkas, whom Republicans have accused of violating his oath of office. Gallagher was among several Republicans who expressed skepticism about impeaching Mayorkas ahead of the failed vote. saying during a closed-door meeting Tuesday morning that impeaching Mayorkas would open Pandora's box. Really? This is your argument. Oh, we can't do it because the Democrats would do the same thing. They already did. Hell, in his own letter, he said, the Republicans, they're just taking after what Democrats did. We can't do that because it would open the Pandora's box. Guess what? Democrats did open the box. So this excuse of, but my principles, my Pandora's box. Democrats opened it. They set the precedent, not you. The Wisconsin Democratic Party pointing to Gallagher's decision to resign as evidence that Speaker Mike Johnson and the House GOP are mired in chaos and dysfunction. Which, yeah, I can understand that because, let's face it, the fact that someone like Gallagher, who, he's not been in Congress for that long, I mean, what, since 2017? The fact that he's retiring? Which, I think it's more so the base is pissed off with him. But, either way, it's not a good sign for the House GOP that Gallagher, of all people, is dropping out. Mike Gallagher calling it quits is about as stark an indictment of Republicans' inability to govern as you can get, Wisconsin Democrat Party Communications Director Joe Olslin added to NBC News in a statement. Wisconsin Democrats look forward to competing in the 8th and bringing some stability and competence back to the House. Oh, by the way, for the morons saying that, well, we're going to lose this seat because how dare Republicans hold their people accountable? We're not. Unless they change the districts, which is, I guess, possible, and make it halfway split with Milwaukee and something crazy like that. Mike Gallagher's seat is R plus 15. It voted for Trump by 15 points. So, Gallagher, who, yes, he did overperform, excuse me. Who frickin' cares if the guy that runs next wins by the same margin as Trump? Who cares? I mean, some of these people have to get a life. I mean, really? Oh, how dare they throw out Mike Gallagher? He won by 50 in an uncontested race. That's electability. Who cares? A Trump plus 15 seat. Some of these people, for whatever reason, like Mike Gallagher. For no reason. They're like, Mike Gallagher is such a great congressman. How? Well, he's an electoral juggernaut. It's a Trump plus 15 seat. Who cares if the guy wins by 30? It doesn't impact squat. These people don't understand that, and it's like, really? That's your argument of why we should support Mike Gallagher because he does better than Trump in a deep red seat? I mean, that is absolutely stupid, and when you ask them policy, they can't give a coherent response. This guy, go look up just his wiki page. It is not good. He's a never Trumper. He can't keep his mouth shut. He has some very bizarre votes. It's like, really? This is the guy that you're going to die on a hill for? I mean, he does not represent a swing seat. He should not have the voting record he does. Now, you may be wondering, who should Republicans replace him with? And I know a lot of people are going to say Alex Brusiewicz is the favorite in this race because he's going to announce he's going to have some support of some of the county GOPs in the region. Yes, I understand that. But I don't support Brusiewicz. I think he's Marjorie Taylor Greene 2.0. I said I would support Brusiewicz over Gallagher. But now that Gallagher is gone, there's no reason to support him. There is, however, one Republican that I think everyone should do some research about. Roger Roth. This guy is freaking amazing. He was the former president of the Wisconsin Senate, and he was perfect. His voting record was extremely conservative. He held the line in the state Senate, and just overall is a great guy. He has a great story. He would represent this district perfectly. I mean, it was like a 95% in ACU. That's a pretty good score, and that's with 1 year being off. I mean, he has a nearly perfect voting record. He's going to be well-funded, so he's not going to worry about electability. He's going to win that seat, and he has good enough experience to translate well into the House of Representatives. Yes, he did run for lieutenant governor. That's a different story, but either way, Roger Roth did just announce, and I think he is the best option for the seat. Not just because he supports Trump, which he says he does. It's because he's just good on the issues. It has a history in the region, has actual experience. I mean, he was the president of the Wisconsin Senate. That's a tough job to do. And overall is just perfect. So Roger Roth should have everyone's support. Alex Brusiewicz, I think that's kind of a meme, but he probably will run. We just got to see what happens, but if we get Roger Roth out of this situation, this would be such a significant upgrade over Mike Gallagher. I mean, I cannot even put it into words how much an upgrade we're getting. You go from a D-tier congressman to potentially an A or even S-tier congressman just in one cycle. You got to take it. And the people that are opposed to Roger Roth, they're just idiots. You know, they're going to say, oh, he's unelectable. You're so full of it. He's a great guy. He's actually electorally very strong, and he represents the district well. He will. Either way, we just got to see what happens. Brusiewicz will probably run. It's going to be a divided primary. Hopefully Roger Roth has the money behind him. He usually does. We just got to see. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.